New technology supporting really our creators to work remotely without any sacrificing on security, experience, latency, and features of our Wacom products. And before I go to explain what it's about, I want to share also why we came up. Because during the pandemic, we really learned from our creative community that they really suffer working from home, not be able to go to studio and to keep the production timeline, but at the same time they cannot bring their Wacom device at home easily. So that's why we work with several customers actually together to come to a product called Wacom Bridge, which is a software service that we provide together with several remote computing providers. And the first one I want to show here is our first partner is actually Splashtop. Splashtop is a strong company. We're focusing on remote desktop management and have heavily adopted, I think, in several industries. So we sat together and think, how can we, having a Wacom device on a local client, but having the application and the content happening on the remote host, being connected without any problem and any sacrificing on the customer experience. And what is Wacom Bridge is actually a very dedicated private driver channel that we have established and integrate into the remote computing solution. So it's basically like a closed system, and then whenever the remote computing solution is running, so basically there's a Wacom driver in the host and there's a Wacom driver in the local. They just seamlessly connect to each other, and the device can be connected on the host or on the local. It's always the same experience. And what does mean same experience? You will not lose any pressure, you will not lose tilt, you will not lose any pen button settings especially, that you will need. So whatever you use anytime on local or remote, it is always the same experience. And the biggest important factor is also latency. So if you draw, now I have to say this application is running in the remote server in Germany. I think kilometer-wise more than 1,000. I'd have to look up. And you can see I'm writing here in a very smooth way. I can use all functions like tilt. I can use all pen buttons, and it is as responsive as this application will run on the local client. Also, you can see the resolution is quite high. This is a full HD running on the host, so it will also display in the same way. Actually, it's sometimes difficult to catch whether this is running here or running there. And what you see here, if you draw faster, you can see there is a line between, right, the black, more solid line. This is what we call ink line, and ink line is also specific Wacom technology to be able to render the strokes locally before the remote application have finalized and rendered the final strokes on your local client. So this latency is not coming from technical reasons from a remote computing solution. It's actually coming from the internet, which is something you cannot eliminate. So this ink line is actually solving the gap of the last few milliseconds to ensure that the creative professionals are using this we call it immersive way. Then, thank you.